welcome back to Sunrise. It's that time when we turn our attention to Doggie Dental Health Month. I love that, where we shine a spotlight on the importance of dental care for our furry friends. Our guest, Dr. Orlando Felicioli, will cover tips for maintaining your dog's oral hygiene, the benefits of regular vet checkups, and fun ways to promote healthy teeth and gums. Welcome to Sunrise, Dr. Felicioli.
Welcome
Good morning.
to Sunrise.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes.
I don't think that a lot of people think about the fact that maybe we should be cleaning our dog's teeth. I'm certainly guilty of that. I always wait for somebody else to do it because I always feel like, is that something I can do at home? And if it is, how often should I be doing it and what should I be using?
Mm-hmm. No, that's a very shared thought that most people would have. Most people think that even though they have their pets and they want to do the best for their pets, there's something maybe about dental health that seems a little bit of a barrier that most people kind of are a little intimidated to step into. They might not be confident, they might not be sure what to do, so it's very important that we educate them and allow people to understand, like, hey, these guys need dental care as well, just as important as we do. So it's very important.
Yes.
Might be just might be a little tricky to get started if we're not sure. Like, is there something we can do with our animals to maybe get them used to it as well? Because if it's something that we've both never done, maybe we do it professionally first. Like, what do you suggest?
Most definitely. So in my life, the pets that I've had come and go, and even the pets that I've seen, one of my biggest regrets is that I never got them used to doing and practicing good oral habits. You know, brushing them from there very early on. If you get a new puppy, if you just kind of purchased a new animal or adopted a new animal, it's very important to start it from when they're young, so you can kind of introduce this routine, because they will find it weird, kind of sticking this weird thing in their mouth, you're moving it around. They're not going to be comfortable. And you can't just wake up one day and decide that, you know, your 6-year-old golden retriever is going to get his teeth brushed every day from now on. They're not going to understand what's going on. So you have to build these habits from early. From when they're a puppy or as early as you can.
Got it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tami asked a question earlier and confessed that she's not done it and she gets professional help. I want to understand, explain to us again. Is this something that you can really do without professional help? I mean, it's easy to do. What's involved exactly?
Is there a special toothpaste I should be using?
Yeah.
Or toothbrush?
Yes. Well,
you know, like we learn
everything.
Like for,
No, go ahead.
I mean, you brush
up and down, side and side.
Is there a specific way?
Should we brush the tongue?
Yes, you know.
No, gentle, slow and gentle will always, you know, take you very far when you're dealing with animals. You don't want to kind of suddenly, I know a lot of people who go really hard when they brush their teeth. You're probably not going to be doing that to your animal, and it's not going to end up in a good way.
Got it.
So more than likely, a simple toothbrush. You get a new toothbrush, of course. You want to be able to introduce clean bacteria into the mouth. And they're very specially formulated dental products for vets. You know, we are in 2025 now, so there's a lot of information and research that's gone out. And a lot of these products that are basically meant for dogs, so you don't really have to do the worrying or the guesswork. And another big thing is the food. There are a variety of foods out there, kibble, dry foods that promote dental health, True Pet Food being one of them. True Pet Food does have the kibble, which they have the abrasive surfaces, the hard little pieces, they're a little bit rough. And that in itself, as the dog is chewing, it's kind of gonna wear down some of the plaque, wear down some of that excess food that's been stuck there. So there's a lot of things on the market nowadays that can help.
Wow, I just saw a video of a dog getting his teeth brushed and they looked very clean and nice. Is there anything that's an indication that something might be wrong? Like bad breath or discoloration of teeth? Is discoloration of teeth normal? And I think dogs have not very good breath.
Yeah.
So how do we know there's an issue?
Yeah, and it's going to stand out. Like you said, maybe some people just don't like their dog's breath in general. They're just going to find it's a little musty. But when you have a dental issue going on with your pet, if you're kind of going close to them and you're kind of, you know, they're kind of close to your face and you're starting to get this very, very bad breath, which we call halitosis, it's one of the keys. It's the first thing people notice. Even if people aren't necessarily close to their pets or they're not really like in the face, sometimes that smell can be so bad that people are picking it up just from being in the same room with them.
Wow.
Other signs are just the teeth, the gums. Sometimes they'll be bleeding. They're very similar to us. When our teeth are going wrong and you see the most extreme dental cases, pets are going to have the same thing. Bleeding gums, discolored, yellow, dark teeth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm most curious about, because it's a difficult thing for many adults, extraction. We try to get the fillings because we want to avoid extraction. When it becomes necessary, has it become necessary? What's it like for dogs to have extraction of teeth?
Well, the hardest part with extracting in pets is that when you go and get a dental extraction, most people are telling you what's going on and you understand it. With pets, they're kind of just being brought into this room, anesthetized, putting under to sleep, and then the procedure is being done. So the stress levels are very high because we can't explain to them what's going on. But actually, once you kind of get into the mouth, the basics of oral surgery from even human medicine kind of carry over a bit. You just have to know your anatomy a bit more. But it's mostly the stress levels of telling this kind of understanding that this is a procedure that needs to be done, even though the dog cannot understand it. And when you get into the surgical field, you kind of enter a new level of surgery. It's not just a typical cleaning now. It's actually going in and removing the tooth.
So I think the tips for today would be to start young if you can. If you have a dog who is older and needs their teeth brushed, maybe get it professionally done first so we can start and then start to make it a part of your regular routine and life. I want to go back to the toothpaste thing real quick because I just saw in that video the lady looked like she had Arm & Hammer in her hand. You can use regular toothpaste on them? Like, how this goes?
There is a lot of crossover. Most times when you're kind of just going to the bare bones of cleaning products and like health products, like Arm & Hammer has a very typical and simple formulation of that baking soda.
Right.
And there's a lot of things that we use that can transfer over. A lot of, to kind of go into a different thing, a lot of skin conditions we use when we're bathing animals is Head and Shoulders. So there's once you do the research and you find out that there's not anything crazy or wild or kind of different in there, a lot of things can be used over with research, with the correct amount of research and consultation.
Yeah, and there's so much information online as well that you can always double check. This was great. This is good information to have, because and now I'm going to go check my dogs and be like, smile!
Fascinating stuff.
I hope we don't find anything strange.
I hope that you who are watching found it interesting too and very informative. I have been informed.
Indeed.
And so Tami, she's been. All right, so let's ensure our pets have bright smile. Thank you very much, Dr. Orlando. Pronounce your surname again?
Felicioli.
Felicioli.
You have to say with an accent.
Yes, with a hand mandatory like this.
Thanks,
Dr. Orlando Felicioli, that's it for WAGS, brought to you by True Pet Food.
Don't touch the dial.
We'll be right back. It's still the sunrise.
Felicioli.